hello there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi. Oh man, on the last episode of Arknights, Molly came out as the imposter. Like, who would have known? I got to meet my new bestie from the Glasgow gang. And everything is going crazy right now, but you know, it should be fine. We're gonna escape, it's all good. Not sure how long I'm gonna go tonight since I gotta wake up at 4 or 5 something tomorrow because I have work at 6. And my back hurts from today's work. Oh, there was so much to do. My back is actually sore. But it's okay, I'm gonna live. Like, part of me wanted to cancel tonight's stream, but I'm like, no, I can do this. I believe in myself. So this is all the Londinium citizens, Self-Salvation Corps' men, who evacuated the city. Did I see the latest Enfield news? Wait, is there something else? Besides like that one beautiful video and then also seeing MC Kun and MC Chan. I've been staring at Angelina. Oh, latest character. I probably didn't see it then. I've just been staring at Angelina. Yep, okay, so it is Angie. Yep, then I was staring at her. We suffered greater losses than I imagined. Some decide to stay. Even though the Sark has destroyed our stronghold, that doesn't mean they have a list of our collaborators. We don't know exactly how bad the leak was, and a lot of our men think things aren't really that bad yet. Humph, they still pretend they can go back to their quiet, peaceful lives. Can't they see they have nowhere to run? Don't say that, Rock. Most of them aren't fighters. They're just willing to place their hopes on us. Most of the people who stand with us aren't. Soldiers who don't know who they should be loyal to, journalists who lost their jobs, workers sick of the sarcasm exploitation, normal folk who have had enough. The Londinium Citizens Self-Salvation Corps were formed by men like them. To leave Londinium, the place that we call home since we were born, is a lot more than delivering intel, forging a few weapons, and fighting the sarcasm mercenaries. It's to find where you belong in a real war with no end in sight, and may end up dragging any number of people into actual turmoil. This is truly horrible. This is our Londinium. We should rely on no one but ourselves to defend it. That's what we need to do. I mean, that's what we used to think at first. I feel like I should probably be following Enfield's Twitter account, but I'm not. I'm bad. Heck, I should probably look up that new game by MiHoYo too. The one that mentions Bellabog Industries. I saw the trailer today. Too many games. We thought we had been giving it our all to fight that horror. But when it finally arrived, it turned out to be far more than we could actually bear. To tell the truth, I don't know what fate has in store for us from here onwards. We have some new friends now, but the enemy has now truly bared their fangs. We may soon find ourselves annihilated, become wandering ghosts that drift the wilderness, and in the end, disperse all over. Clovicia, stop being so gloomy. I came here only because I don't want to be handed a liberation by anyone. That's why we're all here. I'm a worker. I'm not one to talk about righteousness. All I know is that the work pieces I knock out are the most trustworthy. I want to save my city from those people hiding in the palaces and castles. I can't do it alone, but I have found you. If we don't have what it takes together, we'll unite more people. If we still fail in the end, then fine. I'll accept that outcome. Hey, Rock, we're still far from talking about the outcomes. Now hurry up and walk faster. A stinking passageway like this isn't good for your wounded men's health. Right. The air in the countryside should be better than inside Londinium. Based on Rhode Island's analysis, we should enter a branch of the Sarcas supply line up ahead. Hey, it's Granny. We're back. Granny, what is the situation like? It's safe. We didn't run into any sentries, and there are no signs of patrols. It looks to be a maintenance access. There's some fine instruments there.
Although, I have the faintest idea what they are for. But it's strange, we couldn't find where that real supply line was.
Oh, you want to see the operator's records? Like, even if they're not ready?
Nonetheless, the access should be more than enough for an evacuation right now.
Yeah, the mats would be the question if anything. Which is fine to farm.
Now hurry up, boy. Have your little friends get off their arses. A moment of safety doesn't mean peace forever. Okay, I got it. I'll take a look at the equipment we took. There might be something we can put to use. The crawlers that got written off might still be usable if luck's on our side. Granny, It's not that I don't believe in what we're doing, and I'm not losing heart over this setback. We can come back, right? What kind of answer do you want me to give you? I've been cheering everyone up, but I've never really left this place myself.
Yeah, I probably can make it if RNG's nice to me. If not, I can always just look at the operator's records later. Like, I'm not in a rush for that. Like, I mean, not really in a rush, more like, I don't feel too worried about that just because I can always just read it some other way.
On top of that, we're leaving like this. Faced, I used to think every so often that we're actually pretty lucky. We're born in the city, we have trustworthy friends and jobs that are worth doing. And at the weekends, we can even head to the pubs in the alleys for a pint, play some cards, and maybe win some change. Of course, Victoria has never truly been at peace. The things we make are sent to the border region to fight the Sargonians or the Lathanians and blast holes in their bodies. Not that it has anything to do with us. All we had to do was stay in the factory and turn screws on the iron blocks. We suffered pain too, and we had scars that would never heal, but we never had to worry about who to kill, or we will be killed by tomorrow. At the very least, we could live, or at least pretend to. When the Sarkets came, our lives got a little harder. When the factories were handed over, our lives got harder again. But the way I see it, I consider us still more or less lucky enough. Just what is your definition of lucky enough? Being able to stand here and talk about the past. But now our luck has come to an end. No one can keep winning the lottery forever. But so what? Most people aren't lucky at all, and they still manage to find themselves a way out. Now go back to work. Big deal in the cores. The chopper isn't going to pack itself up. Do what you should do, just as you promised me back then. Now what did you say back then? I will walk into every night. Enough, Granny! I was still... Regretting your lies now? No. I will do it. I will still do it. Times like these, you look just like Harvey.
Catherine looks at Face with a sidelong glance before disappearing into the crowd. All around Face, men dressed in all kinds of attire come and go. All of them are exhausted, but not a single one of them has given up. Face knows that all those who stand here are his most trustworthy allies. This little comfort is better than nothing. As the idea crosses his mind, Face breathes out a little and exercises his stiff arm after having been on the edge for so long. Once the mist fog that we call opportunities, luck, and other nouns disperses, what form will life take this time? Face decides to stop speculating and to instead experience it himself. Faced. The wounded are all in position. Now we just have to take the maintenance access and leave Londinium, and we'll be safe for the time being. We'll rebuild Squad 11 of the Self-Salvation Corps when that time comes, right? Of course, I promise you. Let's go. Suddenly, Face feels a faint tremor. That doesn't look faint. What's going on? In the distance, the exit and entrance of this underground structure gradually begin to close at the same time. Why is the passage getting sealed off? Did the Sarkets find us? Damn it! Catherine and Clovicia are still over at the entrance. No, I've been listening in on the Sarkets communications channels around us. We shouldn't be exposed. It can't be a wiring problem, right?
No, these passageways have manually controlled gates. I checked before entering and I didn't see any problems with the drive system.
Face has very good eyes. As he has always been very proud of this fact, this is pretty rare in the factories, where lighting is always needed for the workers to actually do anything. Yet this very moment, he would rather not have seen what he saw so clearly. At the other end of the entrance, beyond the gap that is about to shut, he spots a few familiar silhouettes. The silhouettes flash by until the gate closes completely, and the last ray of light disappears behind its iron frame, until darkness engulfs all of them. Face tries his best to regain his footing. He feels a taste of blood spread throughout his mouth. He tries to swallow this blood stench, but finds himself unable to. He can't. This isn't part of the plan. Who's over there on that side of the passageway? What are they trying to do? What's the matter, Face? Are your lips bleeding?
I know who it was on the other side. They're my friends. The factory workers at munitions factory number 11. They said they were going to check if there were any equipment left that we could take. They're the only ones who could have closed the gate.
Ouch.
Tommy? Catherine, this wasn't this wasn't my idea. We all decided this together. Just like when you saved me. That's a whole separate thing, Catherine. Tommy, get back to work. Find a defense forces soldier and tell them what happened here. Alright. I know where they are. I have to say, your kidnapping skills are far worse than the Sarkaz. I'm not trying to look for trouble with you, Catherine. How many years have we known each other? There's no surprises here. But we don't want to die in Londinium countryside, killed by those monsters arse either. I'm just a foundry worker. I can use a furnace, the choppers, and I can cast some passable parts. But now they want us to leave the city and fight a war with the Dukes and the Sarkaz? You've got to be kidding. Out of all the things that I've heard in my out of all the things I've ever held in my hands, the only thing that even remotely looks like a weapon is my spanner. Catherine, I promise. It'll all be fine. I have an uncle who's in the defense forces. I can talk to him. See if he can plead on the factory workers' behalf. What about the things we've done? We attacked the Sarkaz. We can say that it was the self-salvation course who did it. We had no choice. Huh. And you think they'll believe you? We may face harsher treatment after this, but as long as the Dukes win this war, we can go back to our lives before. We forged Londinium with our own hands. Everything will get better. You didn't used to lick the noble's boots like this. What choice do I have, Catherine? Tell me, what choice do I have? I just don't want to leave my home. I want to walk the streets of Londinium again. Maybe play ball with my friends every now and then. I don't want to die in a shell crater in the countryside with my arms and legs all blown off. I've seen it before. The Sarkaz. They will only get more and more brutal. My daughter might not even be able to put my dead body back together. Go, Catherine. I don't want to be rough with you. As for you, little leader of the resistance. Where'd she go?
There is only a rope that has been cut in the spot where Clovicia used to be.
Huh? She was just here a minute ago. Where'd she? You mean to tell me you couldn't keep your eyes on one little girl? It has to be some kind of arts. Whatever, let her go. I heard she's just the daughter of a tailor. I just hope that she'll find a hiding place in Londinium's dark night.
Do I think it was inevitable for this to happen? No. Not at all. But I do understand how they're like, nah, I don't want to leave, but at the same time, it's like, come on, dudes, just let them out before you close the door. It's like, you can stay, doesn't mean you gotta try to kidnap them.
It stinks. Oops. How many people do you think have died the last couple of days? Don't take the alley to the north. A few infected went kaboom there yesterday. There's originium dust everywhere. Those Sarkaz bastards! Their plan was always to trap us here and have us fend for ourselves.
You went to the transport union during the day. What did Marshall say?
That place got burned down. There are nothing but steel beams left. I don't know if Marshall was in the pile of dead bodies. I didn't try to look.
Ooh, hello?
Courteous Parties can't all be idiots and wimps, right? All this is us taking a punch directly, and we're still dazed. Once you come around, Northport Borough will bounce back.
Perhaps the Dukes will make it here soon, when the time comes.
What? When do you start worshipping the Dukes? Are you hiding the Duke of Wellington's body? Are you hiding the Duke of Wellington's bloody autograph in your drawer now or something? We have to count on ourselves. We can leave this place. I will lead the charge, I swear.
The last time you swore anything, you told me you would never fall asleep while you stood night watch.
I was just...
Enough. Before we start dreaming, we have to find ourselves something to eat. We have Delphine and her tendency to hoard thanks to her keeping the gym's storerooms well stocked. Otherwise, we would likely be in a pile of dead bodies too. Great job for hoarding. Hoarding in this type of situation is great. Cador, they're fighting up ahead again.
Not here too. Let's take another route. The restaurants at the loading area might still have some supplies. We could try to buy something or trade.
What will you do if they don't want to sell? Clovesia can probably leave by herself, or she might find someone else, like... Or not even like, maybe someone like one of our people could save her, or heck, she could even meet up with that Trilby Asher dude. Like, I know she won't get killed off this easily. Or at least I'm pretty sure she wouldn't.
You brought a weapon. This is just for defense. We won't use it. Things have yet to get that bad.
Okay, this should be fine. Okay, this is fine. Okay, more of those potential spy dudes. Which is whatevers.
全員の行動力
7, 8, 9. Just in case.
遺言の伝達断る
Hurry up, sir. Prove your innocence. And get on through. My max is 20 and I don't like that.
指定の位置に向かう
I don't appreciate that, sir.
いいだ
Okay, all good. Come on, let me bring up more people, please. Like, at least one more.
何か考えた己が存在を見ず
Okay, so far so good.
モンスター
And might as well put Monster at the top. My boy Monster will help me. And come on, let me fill up more of my cost. I want to bring out Chen. Let me bring out Chen, please. Okay, finally, Chen is here for
ここは
me.
私に任せろ
Woo, woo, woo. I have no questions for Enfield right now. Besides, like, when is it taking place? That's all I really want to know. Otherwise, I have no questions. And come on. Okay, thank you. Mudrock can come out here now.
それは変わらないような
Oh, so many people to pass through. These checks take a while. They are pain and suffering.
今こそ皆さんをお助けする時です
And why do they have to bring out the limited banner already?
友人たちが祝福
You
を
hurt
捧
me.
げている
You hurt me, game.
私たちの勝利だドクター
Well, at least get one copy of Mulsis. I'll get, and maybe one of Hoheok. Hopefully, if not, oh sadness. And now time to stare. Oh, fighting first thing. Okay.
重傷の先生を背負っていた時に得た
This be
背
fine.
中の感触は
We
未だ
are
に
totally
記憶から
fine.
消えてはいません
No fear.
あれは戦
16,
争の感触
17.
で
Okay.
す
I'll put him down here first.
戦争は利を図るには都合がいいのです
わりんごちゃん
I
今
don't
日も
have to
よろ
worry
しく
too
ね
much over here. I'm glad that there's not like...
いい
Never mind, there's a cost limit. I almost spoke too soon, but I didn't. Ha ha ha. Sobs. Here you go, take care of these guys. Darn identity checks.
こっち来て
Hurry up and pass on through, my dudes. Oh no, pain and suffering.
今こそ皆さんをお助けする時です
Wait, no, you cannot pass.
ここでは何も起きていない
Well, that dude can pass, that's fine.
私に早く
But the others, no.
お願いしますりんごちゃん今日もよろしくね
Like, can you just, like, not do that? Or at least increase my cost already? Please. Please, people.
モンスター
I would love getting Hoheok. If she comes home before meal says that's fine. I just want her. I want both. Both is good.
己が存在を
Hoheok's
自ら
design just stood out so strong.
りんごちゃん
One of the reasons why I remembered her name, because she just stood out to me. Even though her name be fancy and something that I've never heard of before this game. It's like, ma'am, let me summon you, please.
ドキドキ距離を合わせて
Oh, Susie, I wish you could just destroy these imposters. At least you can get the big dude with the giant sword. But come on, meal sis. I love tea. You love tea. We can both have tea together.
わりんごちゃん今日もよろしく
I was also gonna say I'm short, you're short. We can be short together, but no, that's kinda should be like the heck? Like what kind of selling point is that?
Mission accomplished.
Stinky Misaki Nobunaga. Stinky Dr. Misaki. Erg. I really don't have anything here. Bullocks! We saw with our own eyes you use your stove. Where'd you get food? How come you have something to eat every day? I just found it by chance. Found it. Don't go overboard with them. If the guy gets on a rip with the attack, we'll all be dead. Where's your storeroom? Spill it! I really just found them. Someone has been leaving things on my windowsill. Still trying to hide. Oh, a mysterious man who is totally not Mr. Red or someone that looks like him. Are his words really so untrustworthy? Even the infected get lucky sometimes and find food right. What's so strange about that? And who are you? Here to rob him too. Hello, my name is Red. Oh yeah, it is Red. Back in my Ursus days, they called me Red Blade. And that guy just has awesome food luck. It just happens, you know, sometimes. I understand that dude who's just like, I just happened to find the food on my windowsill. Yeah, I understand that. I too have food luck. Pick up the pace. Stay close. Hang in there. We're almost there. Drat, there are more and more of them. White Wolf, I've heard about you and your family. I'm glad to have the opportunity to fight alongside you today. For Londinium and for Victoria. What are you trying to... Don't stop. Keep moving. Sark has traitor and Victorian insects. It's high time we brought an end to this game of hide and seek. Where do you want to run? Is it death that you want to escape? You and your friends who are hiding in the shadows will all be torn to shreds. It's what you owe us. This is what everyone in Londinium, Victoria, and across the lands owe us. Run, run. The storm will still arrive. You can't outrun war. Shut your bloody gob. God, too many people. We need to find a way to break through here.
I only have one grenade left. Robin, take this grenade, head down, and blow up the bottom deck of Power Layer. Misery, protect them. The rest of you need to keep moving forward. You. Got it, don't worry. We'll leave the rest to Luck.
Luck, oh no.
Horn, you. Shut up. I don't have time to pummel you again. Hurry.
Horn turns around and faces a wave of enemies surging on her position. She smirks a little. It is high time this all came to an end. All this fleeing, the battles, and these sleepless nights. Soldiers are meant to die in war.
I wonder what Bagpipe is up to right now.
She tightens her grip on her weapon and prepares to charge. Under the dark, cloudy sky, a strange sound can be heard zooming in ever closer from afar. A familiar sound, although it has been a long time since it was last heard in Londinium. It is only in their distant memories and fuzzy rumors that people can find that sound source.
That's... Horn, run! Take this chance! You're...
Hey, it's a steam night!
Heavy gushing! Victoria.
Does this mean Allerdale's coming back with her bestie night? Are they gonna make a comeback?
Drat, these doors. They're too thick. They can't hear us on the other side. Grr. They took Lovicia and Catherine. Are they trying to use them as bargaining chips at the Sarkaz? These despicable traitors. Shining, can you open them? We can't delay any longer. We don't know when the Sarkaz will make it here.
I will give it a try. No, don't. Don't make a big show like that. That's only going to draw the enemy here faster. We have a bunch of critically wounded and non-combatants here. If we actually start fighting the royal court guys, even if we can get away, what about them?
We'd only be waiting to meet our maker by remaining here. I don't know what my friends are scheming, but my guys is they have more in mind than keeping us here.
My drone has a small laser cutting device. These steel plates may be thick, but if you give me some time...
How long will it take?
Oh, keep your pants on. I need to test the output first.
Faced, do you remember what happened to old Bill?
It has to be.
One of those monsters has got to have infiltrated us again. He fooled us again. We were too careless. We should have noticed sooner.
Faced.
Are those Sarkaz who can change their faces here too? When those things exist, how? How can we trust anyone? What if that's not what this is? They're allies. They're Londinium's workers too. I know. I grew up with them. But what if? What if this is their decision? This is the choice that Tommy, Pato, and Day made with everyone else. But why? We're supposed to be on the same side. It's easier to believe that your allies were replaced than to accept that they betrayed us. But that's exactly what happened. I can tell what they're thinking, more or less. Once the rage-induced fervor dissipates, it's not so easy to choose to keep fighting.
Yeah, Face is like, I know my boys. We be boys after all. Sorry, Rock, even if you think they be sus imposters, nah.
The true imposter was Molly, after all. Clovicia said as much before too. In the end, we're just a bunch of normal people. I have to admit that. Even I fear leaving just like them. Fleeing and cowering is the most instinctive choice that all normal people make when they are confronted with war. Then you stay. Stay here with your friends. I won't do that, Rock. I have to face my fear. That's the only way I can remind myself of the worth of bravery. I have faith that they haven't crossed the line. I have faith that they were only sucked into this choice by fear. But none of it matters now. I will save Granny and Clovicia, just like I did last time. But our wounded can't wait much longer.
The drone's laser's working on the door already. It'll take, 20 minutes maybe?
I'll help too. I have tools on me.
Your hammer and wrench aren't gonna come in handy here. Be patient, just hold on a little longer and we can leave this place safe and... What? I didn't catch any sarcasm movement.
Shining.
Oh, it's my wife W. I wish. I wish. Oh, sadness.
Oh, hey, Shining. Been a while. I heard you went to a family reunion. W, you're here.
W, haven't Londinium heard that just now?
The curtain's drawn, right? I've always been pretty accurate with my explosives. Just the right amount. I heard Kelsey got beat up real bad, so I thought I'd find some time to come take a look. Whoa. She really did take a beating. Teresa's doesn't know how to hold back, huh? And here I thought the guy would go gentler on his old friend. She's still unconscious. Well, shit, that's too bad. For me, that is. Should I shed a few tears for her? Or maybe I ought to take this chance to make sure that old hag never crosses me again.
Muffled braying.
Ugh, that little shit's not dead either.
Menacing growl.
Humph, still so nasty. Monster was heavily damaged. It wasn't until 2 hours ago that it recovered its motor functions. I suggest you avoid provoking it. I'm saving its master's life. At the very least, it's gotta learn to treat me with a bit more respect. Otherwise...
Compromising low roller.
Now that's more like it.
The Royal Court fighters are heading this way. Quick, we gotta get out of here before they...
Oh, quit your yapping, Closure. It hurts my ears.
Whose fault do you think that is?
If you're so worried, get your men to move double time already. I know a couple good spots outside the city. Wanna take a look?
Ooh, hello, how's it going? Sore and tired from work, but it's okay. I am determined to play a little bit tonight.
With the supplies we have on hand, best case scenario, we should be able to last another week. What about a worst case scenario? Alright, I get it. Catter and I will keep trying to come up with something. What is the situation like outside? A borough that normally has less than 10,000 residents suddenly finds its population surging multiple times over. No additional supplies, no police, no law and order. We're still alive even after the last several days. We should be thankful that the citizens still have a shred of morality. It could also be because Cador's fists pack a punch.
Yes, Cador's fists are law. What do I work as? I'm intern coon.
So I do whatever has to be done. I don't deny that. Have you heard anything about what the Duke's plans are? I heard Duke Windermere's barracks aren't far from here. I'm sure they won't turn a blind eye to our predicament.
What chapter is this? The newest chapter.
I believe it. Is it 12? I've heard rumors. Some have said they saw a blaze surge through the night sky. We all saw that flying thing on the Sarkas had. On the day that we were cast out of Londinium, its shadow swept through the entire plate. My guess is that the Dukes are all very fearful of that, and they're only probing how to attack it right now. Of course, it's also possible that the outside world has gone to hell and Londinium has been bombed to smithereens. Who knows? Maybe the Dukes don't know that there are still people alive here? Maybe they thought all of us died. If only we had a way to get the word out. What way? The intercity net is completely paralyzed.
Do I see your messages fine? Or at least I see the one that you've sent. right now and the one that you sent at like a few minutes ago. Hapless sods trapped in the lockdown zone like us should just worry about whether we'll have anything to eat tomorrow. It's hard to believe that just a few days ago, we were still watching that awful Rankwood movie in the video shop. What was that movie called again? War of the Mutant Geeks? The ending was actually pretty touching though. I wouldn't know. I fell asleep. All I saw was a nomadic city getting blown up and the explosion at the very end. All I remember is that Mr. McLaren was awfully generous with his money. After all, we helped him deal with that video shop's troubles plenty of times. I only hope that he is doing well. The situation outside wouldn't do his neurasthenia any favors. I stopped by the video shop for a look. His door was sealed shut. Why did you always sleep in the video shop, though? I remember we met each other because your laughter woke me up. Sorry, but that movie was really funny. But to start, it was your fault for falling asleep there. There is no better place to sleep than there. The comedy director is really famous. I have all her. An untimely growl that signifies hunger can suddenly be heard, shattering the easygoing atmosphere that the two finally managed to build. Sorry. You've been eating too little. Your stamina won't last if you keep this up. It's okay. We need to carry on. The lives we had came to an end just like that, in an instant. This is what it all turned into. There are lunatics and dead bodies everywhere. There are the blockade walls that the Sark has built. There have been men attempting to break through them the past couple of days. Their brains are still hanging on the walls. Ooh, sure. I gotta check for the inactive people on my friends list first. And then I'll have more space to add more friends. I still don't understand. How did it? War has broken up, Bayard. I know. But just because of the few weightless words. Everyone's past disappeared without a trace in the blink of an eye. Whose war is this? The Dukes are trying to protect Victoria. All I know is that this war is not mine. A small broken stir, as well as the clanging of multiple cans, can be heard from the shadows. What are you doing? It isn't your turn to stand watch tonight. What's that you're hiding underneath your coat?
Stay back!
Mr. Academician, are you stealing food? Do you want to get bunked, sir? I will bunk you, sir. Mr. Academician. Humph. Steer.
Stay away! All of you, stay away!
This cutlass man suddenly pulls out something and brandishes it in the air. It's a fountain pen, and even in the dark, you can tell clearly just how fancy it's decorated. He's a scholar of heraldry, claims he could be the next fellow of the Royal Victorian Academy of Science. Maybe that's the pen from which all sorts of marvelous criticisms used to flow. But now, it's just a pathetic, utterly shameful weapon, clutched in a trembling hand. Sir, unless you're John Wick, I don't think that pen's gonna do much. As a weapon anyways. With a clatter, a can falls out from his coat, which he hastily stoops to pick back up and hide again under his layers. Sir, that's our last can of meat.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I can't carry on. I'm at my limit. This lockdown zone, the dust of the dead floating in the air, this rotting corpse stench, this everything. I don't understand. Why should I be living out my days like this? I'm someone who means something. I should be waking up to the call to a file, to a cup of coffee, and then to my writing desk and manuscripts. Why should I? Madams, I'm sorry. I'm aware all of this I'm aware of all the assistance you've afforded me, but... Excuse me, really, please. But this isn't the sort of thing I should be doing. I used to take pride in my virtue. I was wonderful to my servants. I would tip double what anyone else would whenever we went out to eat.
Look at him, totally humble bragging, definitely. It's like, I was amazing. I should be living my dream life. Like, okay, sir.
I can't carry on. I've had enough, really. I just can't make sense of this. I'm so confused.
Then you're free to put down that can you've got and be out of this place.
I can make a trade with you. I have some gems, Sorgan Origin, and a Sancta's patron firearm.
Which you don't need.
I'm begging you, I'm begging you!
The man trembles and shakes harder and harder until finally his legs give out and he's kneeling on the floor. He's probably never begged someone like this in all of his life. He's acting a comedic sight. He grips his overcoat with white knuckles, so tight the place where he hides the can bulges out. It's like a weeping tumor parasiting off his body, or an unborn child more loved than it's ever known.
Get on your way, man. Front door sealed. You know how to make a balcony exit.
Byard!
Let him go, let him go! Get him the hell out of here, and that stupid bloody can with them, never to return, why don't you?
I'm worn. I'm done watching this happen anymore. I never want to see any of this anymore. The timid man hurries to leave, stumbling, hesitating, like he doesn't believe his boxing gym owner / gang member would let him go so easy. Delphine stares daggers at him. He turned his head and subconsciously he feels about himself. He doesn't have a thing on him. Notes and coins are worse than useless in Norport these days to boot. Get out of here, sir! He grinds his teeth, drops down and leaves that guzzled up pen on his on the floor, then immediately turns and legs it into the darkness. He's out. Byard picks up the fountain pen up, and with no comment stows it in her pocket. Delphine, come, and let's touch heads, kip for a bit. Just like the old days in the video shop.
Young girl, they say you're a merc freshly assigned here.
Yeah.
Nice luck then, you've got an easy job here. All you gotta do is watch that those Victorian guys don't cross the blockade line. If anyone makes trouble, you kill them.
Got it.
Huh, yeah. Let's give those stuck-up Victorians the miserable days they deserve. If I was calling shots, I'd throw them in a pile of hatchets or whatever, and let them dispatch themselves instead.
If that guy tried to trade with me, I think I'd accept the trade, because even if treasure doesn't really mean anything money-wise, I still want the treasure, just because I'm a loot goblin. Yeah, monetary value don't mean much. It's just for the collection purposes. I'll be like, okay, for this can of meat, I'm gonna take everything. I'm gonna take your gun, I'm gonna take your gems, I'm gonna take that pen of yours, I'll take that coat of yours too. Literally leave him with pretty much nothing. I don't think that brief allows that.
You know how to rain a parade, little girl. We're Sarkaz. What does it matter to us if they live or die? We may as well find our own fun where we can.
But...
No, whatever. I'm gonna take a nap, so you watch this place. If any accidents happen, I've got no reservations about taking your little head off along with theirs.
He's gone.
Thank you, girl.
I didn't bring much out this time. There's some food and some medicine.
Oh, that suffices. Thank you, thank you.
Why is it so weird for me to help you? You're a Sarkaz. You're one of us. What if we talk to my officer, sir? You don't need to be staying with these Victorians.
No. I've lived here my whole life. This is my home.
Londinium is?
Any place you go, you find a sarcasm, don't you? I took on running a hotel myself after you lot arrived here. I've never been to Casdell, little girl. Is that where you're from?
No, I've never been either.
Then where do you call home?
Home? I'm not that sure. I was born in Colombia, but my old captain said Casdell was the real home for a sarcasm.
Even though you've never set foot there?
I don't know, but that's what all of them say.
Ha ha! I don't take much notice of what those soldiers like to tell us. Never mind going out killing with them. I'd rather get that chandelier in my hotel fixed. You should have seen it when it was still in good shape. I'm telling you, a crown of jewels to beat any dame's necklace. Not to mention all the effort I spent as a younger man, hands-on, polishing that thing to a spit shine.
You sure are one weird sarcasm.
Is it strange to be more fond of light fixtures and murder? I'm sorry. I confess I've never had much contact with mercenaries. But it more than comforts me that there are kind-hearted girls like you who bring supplies for me out here. Bye for now, child. I can't stay around here too long. If you ever get the chance in the future, you must pay a visit to my hotel. 40, even 30 years ago, when Norport was still singing with life, the hotel on Sunset Street was the best place in all of Londinium to be.
I will. Maybe. Once we're done with this war?
Ha ha, good. You'll have a secret invitation from me to try our best desserts.
I want to try your best dessert, sir.
Shatter.
Such witchery has no purchase against us, Banshee. You've made more than enough attempts over these past days.
It is time wasted. A true grasp of our cluster's nature is not yours. Your knowledge is wholly attained from study. Altogether parched is your personal experience. Perhaps you should lay down your pen for a bone for one moment. We would like simply to take a walk with you. In the words of a good Viscount we once became, this city offers no better time than the present. Walk slow. The footpaths about the city center are Londinium's pride. Damatsi, what fate is it that you wish to elect for yourself? You're profuse with incarnations and transformations. You believe death is always yours to outrun. I will perform your elegy for you and your whole.
Please, don't look to scare us, Banshee. We know the methods at your disposal. We simply point out that an individual's death is not the end to us, just as a city doesn't metamorphosize for a street's removal, nor does a civilization collapse for a written script's vanishing. Yet any civilization will languish and decline. And thus, we value the renewal, the experience. We knew close to every one of your forebears, Banshee. All once were young, and all once were greatly, ardently, aspirational as you are now. Perhaps there's no other way it should be. Perhaps it is by the elegy, the dirge, that transformation should be begotten. But they all became as dust in the end. Your cohort likewise cannot flee the knell at your nape. Does your experience still draw you to that flame of ruination side? No, it doesn't. Already, we have searched for countless years, and we still search for different looks, for different places. You are an extraordinary master of witchcraft. May we bid you to grant this olden memory of pittance of a stage set? I sunk into Sargon's seas of sands for 100 years, the time when the King of Kings expedition had only just come to a close. Such exploits call to you to follow in their wake, especially before they fully passed into legend. Banshee, stir those sandstorms for me, a Fata Morgana though it may be. I ask a meager moment of your precious time. Come seek my origins with me. Let us submerge in them. Let us trek together. Maybe you'll understand me, or maybe I'll find myself in you. Prove yourself to me.
We will reach a conclusion, Demazi. Curtains.
Of course, obviously. This doesn't quite match up with what remnant memories I have, but I can't blame you. The wind scours all too many traces. It was here I built people's houses. Newfangled wonders like nomadic cities weren't yet to be. And the houses built of stones ultimately vanished in thin air within the sandstorms. Built, then destroyed, built, then destroyed. Most might tire after facing such a cycle, but I was happy.
You liken to the civilization. You liken this to civilization. This is the renewal you so enjoy.
No, not enjoy. That was a sloppy metaphor, no more. Ultimately, there is construction to every civilization and an ending. And yet, I possess neither, though I so yearn to.
You aren't a stone, you're sand.
Sand. Yes, Banshee. I am sand.
Unable to be constructed. Its very own end. A state you're not content with.
I once became a Lord Amir's countenance, and met the King of Kings of that era. He proclaimed himself the Shah of past and future, that all answers to all creation lay in his golden trove of treasures. I asked him, Your Majesty, what meaning is there to always surround ourselves with? Where will you lead us? He lifted his head high and proclaimed to me, My very thought is meaning. Such was his arrogance, his egotism, that basking in the light of the afternoon sun, he believed himself civilization's ruler. But all I could see was that, comically, he trodden on a corner of his own cloak. I was bored, and so I departed the palace, or I departed the place.
I'm very struck by the Duke's methods. Our squad's not a small one, but you infiltrated like you were walking into your own backyard. Those quick grapples of yours, and the mini illusion units. No wonder you got your own Londinium intelligence network established under Sarkis' control this strict. You're free enough you can move between Londinium and this disused place however you want. Victoria's the most formidable nation in these lands, and the Duke I'm loyal to is Victoria's worthiest of note. It's only natural we'd have our whole gallery of arch tricks readied.
Hope you don't turn them on us. And I know, right? Eunice, her design is like top tier. It makes me wish I could summon more for her, but I gotta save myself for Ho'oheok and Mulesis. Cause they're gonna hurt me.
The Duke of Castor treats her friends very dearly. The airship's hidden somewhere in this place. By our estimates, there should be an underground dock here. Nothing more concrete. We'll leave it up to you. You've got a little time before Old Wellington and General Notchzerer start testing each other's strength, but a little's all you've got. I'm trusting you all to wrap this up in a satisfactory way for me. And don't forget, this is a trade, Your Royal Highness Alexandrina, and you, Dr. Rhodes Island.
Demazi reminds me of one of those old people who like talking about their lives. Whenever Demazi just talks about their lives, that's just the vibe I keep on getting, like back in the good old days, I was a warrior. Or back in the good old days, I was a friend to this guy. Ha ha ha. They're just an old man. I always put Silver Ash there. Like, I don't see Damatsu as being a threat, really. Just because...
Reminds me of being an old man.
指定の座標に到着。
the old man vibes make him less scary.
何か考えがある。
Let's
なんて
see.
やろう愛。我が意向にかき消されたり。
Oh gosh, there's so many of these dudes.
I should put down Monster, you know, that'd be smart. Monster, help with the security checks, please. Okay, Silver Ash, you can use some help.
遺言の伝達。断る。
There you go, my boy.
こっち来て。
I hope you can get shelter one day because I love mine.
状況は
Like, I can't resist summer banners and gacha games in general. Oh man, summer banners destroy me. And uh-oh, speaking of being destroyed, no fear.
わあ、リンゴちゃん。
Yeah, no fear, no fear.
いい位置だ。
Look at him just walking around menacingly. Sir, can you just like not do that? Thanks. Okay, the security checks are be going pretty well.
ようやく私の出番か。
And boop. No, we just gotta wait for those two dudes. Doo 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 doo. Look at them taking their sweet time.
Mission accomplished. 爆発や歓声の伴わない戦闘にはなかなか慣れないな。帰ろう。
Tutorial stage. Oh yay. Devil's Temptation. Devil's Temptation sounds like an amazing name for a snack.
一気に型をつける。
I could imagine that to be like a super duper like rich cake, a rich chocolate cake. Doctor, we've spotted a large number of enemies. However, we lack the resources or backing from civilians to deploy the AoE operators.
どけ。
Fortunately, we found some emergency supplies on the streets. Break the supply crates to get deployment resources. Oh, that's fun. I like destroying stuff. On it. Hoo hoo hoo.
どけ。
No fear. Yeah, no fear. Oh yay, she broke the thing. We've replenished our deployment resources.
私の武器は
Yes, you
誰に
did.
も扱えるわけではない。
Very good.
ここにいたのね。
And I can make it double speed. There's no fear right now.
私の武器は誰にでも
Yeah,
扱
they're
える
doing
わけではない。
completely fine. I like this.
運命に抗うなかれ。
Unless I just jinxed it. But nah, it should be fine.
言ってる言葉をしっかり聞いて。
Yeah, it's all good.
私の武器は誰にでも扱えるわけではない。あの手アイラはすでに
Devil's Temptation. Got it. Delicious. Reunion under fire. Like, how bad can this be? Ha ha ha. No fear.
みんな。くれぐ
Though,
れも
hey, I'm actually getting farther than I thought I would tonight,
ドクター、ここっていい景色だね。
which is pretty nice. Okay, she looks like she needs some help. I'll put my boy
全員
here.
の行動力を
本気で行くよ。
I should have put her one block forward, but oh well, too late.
いいだ。
Oh, and I forgot that those are things there. Mmm,
ここで
delicious.
静かになってくれ。
Yummy, yummy. Don't mind if I do.
お前の攻撃は想定
Nom
の
nom
通り
nom nom nom. Oh, these resources are delicious.
ようやく私の出番か。
Yeah, these resources are great.
本気で行くよ。
I love them. They'll be mine forever.
いい位置だ。
Eh, I'll just put it right there. Why not? No fear. And time to get the other resource. Yay. Sarkaz, absurdist operative? No fear. Like, what's the worst he can do to me? At least in story mode anyways. The fear in story mode ain't that real, luckily. Now if I wasn't doing story mode, oh, then there's true fear and suffering. Otherwise, it's okay. Yeah, it's all good. Let's let that guy slowly approach. Bunk. This mechanic is good, but the thing is, there's no civilians here, so it's not really making up for the civilians. But if they're together, then, mixed feelings. But if you're separate, oh yeah, these stages are great. Having to just destroy stuff. Because I don't like them identity checks, they take too long. And they walk so slow, I'm just glad that those civilians can't get destroyed. Now, if they could go poof too, then that would be even more pain and suffering. Like, imagine if they get bonked while they're being checked.
It's really changed around here. Ruins, corpses, and originium dust floating from the dead. I imagine you Rhodes Islanders don't need me worrying about your protection, being a Ripathy specialist and all.
This war has been creating new infected without end, and life under these circumstances can only make it harder.
They've been thrown into the chaos without warning, and they may not realize how cruel a fall it is yet. That goes for the pain of their illness and the scars of war. But they'll know soon enough, and twice over. We all have a clear picture of how it infects and festers, how the people die in their confusion, or mass in their hatred. And you've seen where that hatred leads, Doctor.
Reunion.
War's given people a great excuse. Without a veil of daily life, things could get even worse.
Whatever reason it is, we need to stop Teresa's. And Teresa.
Roger. It looks like we'll have to part ways for the moment. So goes our line of work. Always piles of things nagging at you to deal with them. Right. I think I'll be seeing you in a bit. Stay productive now. Bleeding hell, he makes my hair stand on end. Not even old PC Whitman ever made me feel so sick. Alright everyone, chin up. Welcome to the HQ week of We Merry Glasgow Gangers. I mean, I can guarantee it was at least. Don't know how Bard's been running the gym since we left. Siege, Morgan, you not got anything to say? Indra, love, I think I stepped on something. Eh? Probably just someone's pet scarping for the street to get... The hell is that
Amiya?
Don't look.
I've seen already, Doctor. In those illusions from the past, I've seen sights still more tragic than the ones here. We're here precisely to ensure the situation doesn't unfold that far. The hatted man led us here, then permitted us to act freely on our own wishes outside of the deal we made. His goal is clear to us. He knows we won't be content with letting this all be, and he hopes the people here will credit the Duke he serves with their actions. But I don't care. I don't care how the Duke wants to use us. I don't care what kind of prestige he's hoping to rake in. I don't care if this will impact some other Dukes' fight for their people's affections, or compel them to act in whatever way. All that matters is, I cannot let this be. This isn't some disaster taking place in a country, in a city, in a neighborhood unrelated to us. This is happening to each and every living person. Trust has always been a fragile thing. Collapse in a moment, even harder to rebuild. Quickly, Doctor. We might not have any have many pharmaceuticals on us, but we have to make all the use of them that we can. Oh, Amiya, you've grown up so much. Oh, man. There. That should be okay now. Sorry, I'm not a professional doctor. This is just some basic first aid. We've stabilized your erypathy symptoms and stopped your wounds worsening. That's all we can do for now. You need rest and supplements. After that, it's down to luck. Do you need us to bring you home?
No need. Hunger knocked me out, that's all. Just was sleeping for a bit on the pavement. What'll you be wanting? I've got nothing to my name.
We don't want anything.
Nothing?
Go back home, sir. Here's some food. Keep it hidden. Don't let anyone else find it.
Who the... Alright. I'll be out of here then.
You've gone too long without food. Don't eat too quickly. You need to let your bodily functions recover bit by bit first.
Right, got it. Thank you. Amiya, we have a lot of people staring at us. Most of them with ill will. 2 groups are planning their moves and readying Molotovs.
I know. But at the same time, the desperate have seen us too. And the ones hiding themselves in the dark, deathly ill, so have they. Just the fact that we're here might have been enough to relit a spark of hope in them. After a violent collapse, any rebuild demands great care. I'm proud of Amiya. She is taking this nicely. She's so calm, I like this. Good job, Amiya. That's right, Doctor. We don't need for the people to trust us. We need them to re-establish their trust in each other. That's what underlies a society coming back to life. I can't really imagine Teresa's and Amiya having a conversation. Like, Amiya might try to talk to him and then he'd be like, no, shut up, Amiya. And then smack her. Something like that. Be like, give my sister back her power. And then they fight. And then maybe he'll be willing to listen.
Someone's coming. Doesn't matter. I'm stood right here. I'll stand in front of you. This is our street, and we're pulling her back out of this chaos and anger. It doesn't matter who it is, bring it on. Mind yourselves, here they come. Hey! Is that... Oi. Watch you don't fuss about nothing, Hannah. Nearly socked you straight in the gob. You not show off like a circus. You want everyone here targeting you? Come on, with me. They're gonna run. Shit, the Glasgow's got in first. Surround them. Out of the way. Miss Inez, don't take them on. Not for now. I recognize a few of their lot. It's just the fear of and torture is driving them mad. Nothing they need to pay for with their lives. Head to the alley we used to bunk off at for a snooker. Same door as ever. Got it. Byard, we'll see you at home. Come with me. Quick, get a move on, don't lose them. I haven't eaten for days, I can't run. On your bike and get out of here then. You eat dead people if you had any spine. I'm not your nanny. You wanna go? Who are those people? Who else they gonna be? It's the Glasgow bastards. The Glasgow gang, are they? Are we getting them together or am I getting you? No. I reckon I've seen them before. I'm that one in the uniform. Things here got more complex than I was predicting. I need to move fast.
Mr. Red, you should join me already. Come on, we can be besties here.
I have Susie here in my team. Is there a bigger ruckus in there today or something? Did a fire start again?
Should I go take a look, sir? If a fire spreads...
Then it's no skin off your nose, little girl. Do your own job. Don't let me see anything funny. No one's going to look out for you here.
Oh, Manfred. Aye, sir.
Sir, what brings you here in person? There's nothing you need to worry about here. It's all under control.
Paying no heed to the sarcastic soldier's report, Manfred walks over to the foot of the blockade zone's wall, gazing far off at the buildings within.
Is something off, sir? The war continues to proceed smoothly. Paprika, what have you witnessed in these past days?
They've just been slaughtering each other. No, it's not even that really. They've just been so scared.
Fear and mistrust divide a people. Pacts, customs, and morals all collapse forthwith under extreme conditions. The Castle of old attested to that.
Castel,
Hence do our two leaders take a stand.
you mean?
What if I were to ask you, what can bind a people?
Maybe patience? We can try and win people over, or use our own kindness to move others. I think, as long as you have enough time.
She failed. Any ties that such things build are too frail. But he told me, the most efficient thing is hate.
Manfred throws an indifferent glance at the young mercenary girl, her breaths bound tight by nerves, daring only to stare at the tips of her own shoes.
You have persistently been sharing your own supplies with those behind the blockade.
No, that was a sarcasm. I thought...
What? How could you? Sarkas who serve Victoria should make you even more sick. Sir, I assure you, I will immediately... Continue. Sir? We cannot have everyone inside dying of starvation yet. In time, they will be of great use to the military commission.
Okay, Manfred's not bonking her for that. Good job, Manfred. Let Paprika fee the old man.
Not much has changed around here. Morgan, all your graffiti's still up.
I'm looking now. My standards must have been terrible back then.
You haven't got much better, though.
Oh, you want to go, Hannah? As the two argue, Siege and Bayard look on. They make brief eye contact and break into laughter, shaking their heads. If you overlook the sealed-up entrance, the boarded-up windows, and the wariness in their expressions, it might all seem like nothing's changed. But everyone knows deep inside, we haven't changed is self-consolation at most, a kind of illusion. Every minute and second that's ever passed has left an unquestionable mark on them.
Long time no see, Bayard.
True that, Vina. Long time no see.
The fact that you're still around and kicking is probably the best news I've had in a long while.
I've never said die, you know that?
That I do.
Vina, I'm just as happy to see you back here. Happier than you could imagine. I always believed you'd come back. We put up the sign for this slobber knocker together and all, back in the early days. Just, it's been hard for me to grin and bear it in these times.
I know.
And I know you didn't come back just for my sake. 5 whole years ago, you scrambled out of here. I remember Norport was practically open season already. All those bastards after your neck.
I wasn't ready then. I didn't want to tow anyone else into my business. It was leave or nothing.
So, you're back here now, back on our streets. Now you're ready.
I hope I am. The Rhodes Islanders want to look for the Sarkas airship here. I'll be assisting them as a Rhodes Island operator and all. But I've never stopped being a member of the Glasgow gang. I'll get you out of this mess. That is my duty to you. Always has been.
Huh.
Same as ever you are, Vina. Not one bit different.
Huh.
Just like it used to be, eh?
Just, there's one thing. I don't know if...
Bayard, we're skin and supplies as is. Now you're bringing all these people. You want everyone to split up once we're done eating, or are you hoping I'll go rob some blockhouse with security up to here?
Shut it with that, Cador. Although our stockpile's definitely... Please, it's okay. We brought rations with us. We even have some surplus. Not the biggest amount, but enough for us to put our dire straits for now. We can change the stone together. As long as we can unite everyone on the plate.
Unite? Listen, courteous runt. Unite is an easy word to toss around, but you lot are more welcome to try. Fingers crossed. Your word makes a difference.
Cador, you're being harsh right now, but soon enough we're gonna be besties. That's right. He's gonna see how awesome we are. He'll be like, dang, you guys are so cool. You know, Rhodes Island sounds like a fun place to join. And then he can have some nice sparring matches with the people at my Rhodes Island, such as Gavial. But Gavial will just beat him up. But yeah, Cador, soon enough you and I are gonna be besties, my dude. Years of passion. I want some passion. Years of passion might be the last one for the night, depending. I still gotta get ready for tomorrow's shift. Ha ha ha. Hopefully it's not gonna be too painful. Ooh. I do like the graffiti back there. Especially that one lion on top of the curtain that looks kind of derpy. Like, sure, the one to the left of Siege looks amazing, but the one to the right, that one just hits different. It's adorable. Oh, that's good that the Nobunaga challenge quest is fun, and hello.
This room. Take a look, Dogda. This is our old home. Ooh. Must have been pretty good living here. No shit it was. Hannah never did the cleaning though. Oi, Vina. How many more times do you want me to fess up to my mistakes? I dropped in now and then after you left, tidying things a little. Been a few years, but it shouldn't be much different than it was. My whole stash is still here. Always knew you were tight, Byard.
Fancy me having to be the poor girl left behind.
Don't give me that, Byard. You told us that you were going to stay. How you need to be in your own bed. Be shambling the moment you were out of Norport.
Yeah, well, maybe I should have tried to put up with that.
Stuff that. You don't think I know you? I mean, you think I don't know you? We're all stuck in hell when you can't sleep. If I'm tired enough to go 6 feet under, the last thing I want is you trying to chinwag with me again.
Well, I've been falling asleep just about anywhere these days.
What, too tired?
Might be. Just found out sleeping's the best way to empty your head.
Once my Rhodes Island mission's done, Byard, I'll bring you out of here. All of you. Here. Let's pop some bottles and celebrate getting back together after all these years. It's cheap stuff, but hey, maybe having it so long made it better. Morgan, give Byard a read of those books you wrote. Tell her about our adventures. Hey Byard, you're missing your chance to become part of the King's Chronicles. Morgan, what's wrong? You've been pale as a sheet this whole time. We finally made it home. You ought to chin up a little.
I'm thinking about the hand I stepped on.
It was probably just some accident.
It had a thumb ring on it. Something's telling me I've seen it somewhere before. I feel like I should remember. But I just keep drawing a blank. Byard, what's been happening in Norport all these days?
Not much, Morgan. Maybe it was just an accident. Everyone's been trying their hardest to survive, that's all. It's in the past anyway, you're back now. We'll be out of here soon, that's enough for us.
And hey, the chat box be working for that hello. Norport's our home. I used to picture what it'd be like when we came back. I thought we'd spend our first night piling into that snooker place to play until the sun came up, then go drinking next door until it all went dark. Or maybe we go to McLaren and that video place and reserve all the seats, end up watching 10 whole adventure movies back to back. I saw it, but I didn't dare look properly. All that broken glass caked with the blood and the shadows all on the ground inside. You should get a proper kip like me. Must be shattered after coming all this way. Vina, you've got the realm blade now. You'll be the hero, yeah? You'll save Norport. We'll save Norport. This'll all just pass, right? Of course. We'll take back our old lives. Maybe if... Nah, look how late it is. Get some rest, muckers. We've got mountains to deal with tomorrow. Bard's right, Morgan. We all need to get some proper rest. Oh man, even more! Like, oh gosh, I feel bad for Siege. Like, all them expectations. Siege huddles on the sofa. She used to spend countless nights here. Every inch of it feels as familiar as ever. She still remembers how they picked up this couch at the flea market all those years ago. The four of them breaking their backs to carry that bloody piece of tat all the way into the gyms upstairs. She reckoned it pretty wide back then, but soon enough, she was resting her feet on the armrest just to fit. In the dark, Siege's hand brushes over the sofa, feeling each nook and cranny. Here's a gash left from when Hannah was practicing with her knife. 3 whole days, she felt guilty about that. Morgan spilled a whole bottle of drink here. She bought a tin of awful cleaning stuff to treat the stain, and it got worse the more she tried. The whole patch is still smooth as a baby's bottom to this day. Bard put the iron down here and forgot about it. Nearly burned the whole room down. Oh, cute! Look at them all together. Girls' night. She used to believe these days would never change. She used to be sure that these days would never change. This is her Glasgow gang. Their neighborhood. Their stomping grounds. Their home. It's true, she's back. But deep inside, she's not one bit happy. That memoir of Morgan's crosses her mind again. The legendary Vina and her legendary mates. Siege gently touches the size of kings, resting by her side. As ice cold as it ever was. Leader, hero, king. King of the siege, Vina. Alexandrina Vina Victoria. Something on your mind, Vina? These clothes are too heavy. I can't catch my breath sleeping in them. I'm looking for stuff that fits me better. In that drawer. Haven't gotten any taller, Come on, we're adults. We stopped growing ages ago. You never know these things. I remember when we first met, you were only about this tall. Enough, enough. It's the same old gruff you always spout about time passing. I haven't had anyone in years to tell that same old guff to. I'm sorry, Bard. I'm just glad you're back, Your Majesty Vina. Don't call me that. Alright. King of the Siege, same as ever then. Oh, hello, ma'am! Oh. I really like how she looks. Oh, yo, that design. That design hits different to me. Well, clearly, I love the hair. Like that kind of hair color. Of course, I love her Her outfit is beautiful. I love the witchy aesthetic. Yeah, she looks cool. I like her.
What is it, Lady Ermengarde?
Don't call me lady. I'm not that old yet.
I'm sorry, Miss Ermengarde? I'm not quite sure how old you liches are.
Forget it. Lady Ermengarde will do. This high-speed battleship really has been reduced to tatters. Grr. And the vampire's cohort gave this place a bathing too.
General Manfred says, this is going to be the start of the Sarkaz's victory.
Humph. The Sarkaz's victory. And old Dame Kelsey kept warning me a future like this wouldn't bring anything about for us. Still, I just can't figure it out. Why would my tutor have had a feline friend for so long? We're leaving. I hate the stench of this place.
Come with me, please. Her Highness Therese is waiting for you.
Doctor, good morning. We need to make some plans for our upcoming operation. The Sarkas are treating the citizens as an insurance that they won't be directly artillery struck. But whether the military commission or the dukes, we can't truly count on their benevolence in this. And even if we ignore the game that's going on between them, we're still bearing witness to the terrible state of the blockade zone is in.
You've seen the state of chaos Norport is in these days. Far easier said than done to change the status quo. That medicine and stuff you brought with, I gave it a count, afraid it's only a drop in the bucket.
Right. What you can accomplish is going to be very limited with our help alone. But that's no reason for us to hold back. Investigation of the airship and evacuation plans for the plagued citizens are simultaneous work for us. We can't afford to overlook anything. What's the matter, Miss Delphine? You lot have the chops, right? You wriggled through the Sarkas blockade to get here, so I'm guessing it's as easy for you to slip back out. I can say with pride that those gathered here now are all extraordinary operators of Rhodes Island. But I'm very sorry, Miss Delphine. I think we may not live up to what you're imagining. When pitted against those steering for war, from behind the scenes, we may very well be called puny. So, you only got here thanks to some help? Yeah, some help. Alright.
Unfortunately, it's a deal, as the man liked to put it, and not a fantastic one at that.
And ouch, my eyes, they hurt. Wait a second, ow. Owie. I hate when it's hot and then, like, just a tiny bit of sweat, if it gets into my eyes, it just stings like crazy. Ow. Ouchies. I'm just gonna hope it disappears soon because I don't like that feeling. And I don't want to run out to wash my face right now. Afterwards. Ow. Are you a Sarkas? Didn't think a Duke would have found another Sarkas lot to work with instead.
Humph. Someone thinks too much.
No, I just read the papers usually.
Very good habit.
You're still planning on the evac right now, aren't you? Did your fancy pants backer agree to help?
Sadly for you, no. All signs say she doesn't care.
But you lot obviously do.
Huh. Welcome to Rhodes Island. I'm keeping my opinions to myself, though. My concern is whether we can get out of here alive.
Then I have a proposal, Rhodes Islanders. This may be a bit of a risk. The Sarkas have locked down every information channel out of Norport, and I think I can guess what their excuse to the wider public is. And see, I trust any of the Dukes to know it is nothing more than an excuse.
But they won't spoil the facade themselves. In fact, the dukes and the military commission of Casdell have a quiet understanding of that. Yes, the Sarkas are using this plate's people as an excuse. Aren't the dukes? My guess is if the Sarkas did slaughter every last soul here, a few dukes would be breathing a sigh of relief. In a war, some only see ethics as a burden.
Yeah, you're not wrong. So we go and break that silent understanding. We need to give some of the dukes a push, make them act more decisively. Before we're all dead here for real. Oh, back to their side.
Days it's been, Golding, and still not a word from you. You're not this reticent person as far as we know. How are the Londinium citizens' self-salvation corps? They've left the city. How many of them are left? Not many, I wager. Fine, back to your silence. Does it bring you any peace? I'm simply remembering them all. Enough, Golding. You don't belong to them by nature, and you're free in any case to forget that insubstantial sense of affiliation. It wasn't your hands that killed them. Most simply do just die in war. You even came up with a word for it, sacrifice. And most of those names, the people hiding behind them, you've never so much as met. Does becoming a member of a collective instill joy or pride in you? Regretfully, as you've seen, we can only belong to ourselves in the end. No, I used to believe that, at first. I believed I fought for our shared dream, for the Self-Salvation Corps' cause. In these past days, I've realized that might not have been the case. Leto was right, we are all the same kind. I told him he was a pessimistic, yet look at me. Whether I admit it or not, I'm someone who despairs easily myself. The Corps' members may fight with pure ideals in heart, but the Corps itself does not. Take Clovicia or Alardel, both women I respect for their character, yet their aims extend far beyond what they claim out loud. For a very long time, I pretend to be blind to that. It disillusions you now. You finally realize your undertakings were marred since the start. You feel your efforts were all in vain. Hardly. You see, I don't have any cause on my mind. I'm just thinking of the people, faces upon faces. Heidi faced Rock, Old Bill, Adams, Little George. I have no standing and no right to say I should repent for the Self-Salvation Corps. I don't belong to any illusory collectives of that sort. But I need to come face to face with every one of them inside myself. Alrighty, good luck with that.
Oh, 3 exits.
Oh gosh, all these peoples.
No fear. Ooh, there's packs for me to break. I want to do that. Oh, I love it. That is so satisfying. That is one of the nicest feelings. Stinky identity check.
Though it's okay, I got this.
No fear.
承知した
Oh man. If I was being cheered up by an enemy, I'd be like, you are really enemies after all. You know, maybe we could become best frenemies.
Oopsies. My bad. That's what I get for looking away for a bit.
That really was my bad. Aw, she couldn't reach that. Sad. Give me them resources. Oh no, this hurts. Uh-oh. No fear. Yeah, no fear.
座標に到着
Though Silverashi is a friend. Just in case on his side.
私の声
I believe in Mudrock. She's good.
いい位置だ
リンゴちゃん今日もよろしくね
わかったお前の
Hey,
攻
this
撃
is
は想定
fine.
の通りだ
It's just that one that got away, which is kind of annoying, but it's okay. It's always the one who got away.
この程度か
Now get out of here, sir.
ようやく私の出番
Okay, the identity check's almost over. Hurry up, sir. Do I post schedules of streams on Twitter? Yes, I do.
まだ掃除は終わっていない次の目標地点はどこだ
And okay, since I said 12-9 for the last one for the night, that's good. Too bad I can't get any notes because I'm doing story mode.
おかえりドクター
But since you wanted to see my operators, let me go there real quick. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, slowly scrolling until one of them pops up. Like Ifrit, I managed to get her above. I did the thing for Ifrit. Oops, not that. It hurts me, but I did it. I unlocked her record. Pain and suffering. But it's okay. She ate most of my tickets. As in the EXP tickets, but it's all good. She cute, so she can eat them all. Clearly my standards are great. Now slowly scrolling. Scroll. Scroll. Even more scrolling. Slowly scrolling, except I'm not being that slow. Moderately paced scrolling. I just gotta give her some food. Which I'll do later, if anything. She also needs some food. Her trust ain't even close, though, unfortunately. Her trust went up, but not up enough. It's okay. It's okay, Mayor. You are new to my team after all, as in new to working at my base, pretty much. Did not expect the event to start so soon. It's okay, Mayor. You and I are on our way to being besties soon enough. Oh well, no 200% for her. Which is fine, eventually we'll be besties. Everyone in my Rhodes Island and I will be besties. Keyword, eventually. Slowly but surely, the power of bestie. Gray and I are definitely besties, but raised enough, as in me feeding him? Nope. I can say that for sure. Unless I secretly did. Then amazing, much wow. Yeah. For that Gray anyways, but if it's the other Gray, if I don't need to care about the older Gray, if it's only baby Gray that matters, he will be easier to promote anyways if I need to promote him. Little baby Gray. Yeah, at least their trust is good. It's just, promoting. Promoting is always gonna be a pain, but it's okay. Everyone except for Mayor, for this thing, we're all besties already, so it's all good. I'm just gonna get rid of these real quick. I didn't touch these on my game for now. Okay, all good. But yeah, I'll just go for like the prioritized one. Plus, anyways, if I had to go through all those records in the beginning of the stream, that might just take up the entire stream because it's so many records. So to an extent, it works out that Mayor and I are besties. She's like, Misaki, you do want to start the actual event, don't you? No worries, Misaki. I'm just gonna pretend I don't like you. In actuality, I love you. But just for this moment, I'm gonna pretend. I'm gonna put it down on my log that we're only like 40% bonded. It's like, it's okay, Mayor. I understand. She took one for the team. That's what she did. She's like, I want you to be able to go into the thing. Though with that being said, thank you for stopping by the stream. I hope everyone has a great rest of your day and epic gacha luck. Oh man, though. Mule says, be nice to me, please. Oh, Hayok, be nice to me too. If not, gosh darn it, pain and suffering, but I am semi-prepared. Yeah, semi-prepared. I'm just gonna hope for the best. And I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Woohoo! Waking up at 4 or 5 a.m. I mean, I do that for collabs, but still, at least that's games. Games are fun. Work isn't.